Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching us live tonight from Graham Gymnasium on the campus of Meridian Community College for tonight's contest between the Warriors of Faith Prep and your Eagles of Meridian Community College. I'm Matthew Milner bringing you tonight's action. Now for the starting lineups for both teams. The starters for the Faith Prep Warriors: number 1, Tyrell Fletcher; number 4, Kyler Carter; number 22, Laquan Davey; number 23, DeMarcus Torrance; and number 33, Cameron Green. And your starters for your Eagles tonight: number 0, Brandon Mills; number 2, Zachary Parker; number 4, Vernell Garner; number 10, Iverson Smith; and number 33, Alvarez Powell. The Eagles come into tonight's contest with a record of 4-4. They are looking to bounce back from a tough loss last week against MCC. They are also looking to break that 3-game losing streak. They've been in a lot of contests down the stretch. They just can't seem to pull it out at the end. But they will look to bounce back tonight against the Warriors as we get ready for tip-off. Faith Prep will break their huddle and they'll head out to midcourt, greeted by the Eagles. The Warriors wearing red, your Eagles wearing white. The Eagles started off last contest a little slow. It took them a while to get going. They'll look to start much faster tonight. Again, thank you for joining us tonight for this men's contest. Out of conference game as Brandon Mills and DeMarcus Torrance will meet in the middle for the tip-off. As we have a stoppage here as we are raising the baskets. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us on MCCEagles.com. Follow all the game action and get Up-to-date box scores. And here we go, hopefully this time, with the tip-off between Mills and Torrance. The ball is up, and the Eagles will win the tip. Parker brings the ball up the floor. Calling out the play. Gets it over to Smith. Smith gets it down inside to Garner. Garner will go up. No, shot's no good. Rebounded by Mills. Mills looks to go up. A lot of contact there, but Garner comes down with it. Kicks it over in the corner to Powell. Powell back out to Parker, and they will reset. Over to Mills, over to Smith. Smith trying to get it down inside. Come back out to Garner and over to Powell. Powell to Smith in the corner. Smith thought about it. Back out to Powell. Powell for three. Off the rim, no good. And be rebounded by the Warriors. As Fletcher brings the ball up the court real quick. Goes all the way to the hoop, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. And it looks scuffle for it. And it'll go in. Green with the basket. And Faith Prep will get the first points on the board. Mills over to Smith. Smith looking to try and get it inside out to Powell. Powell back to Smith. Smith trying to get inside to Garner. He does. Garner looks to drive. Goes up. And good for Garner. 2 points. And the Eagles are on the board. Carter brings the ball up the court for the Warriors. Gets it over to Davey. Davey back to Carter. Carter looks to set up. Guarded by Smith. Carter dishes it to Green. Back out to Fletcher. 7 on the shot clock. Fletcher for three. Looks like it was tipped, and it will go out of bounds. As the referees talk about it, it was tipped. It will go out of bounds off the Eagles. And they should put the shot clock back to about 3 seconds, you would think. As the referees huddled to talk about it. Three seconds left on the shot clock. Faith Prep looks to inbound. He gets it to Torrance, and he does get the ball off the rim, no good. And it'll go out of bounds off the Eagles. The ball will go back to the Warriors. A long rebound there that just ends up out of bounds off the Eagles. Inbounding will be Davey. Davey turns it over to Parker. Parker will now drive up the floor. Parker to Powell. Powell gets inside to Mills. Mills looking to drive. Gets it up and good for Mills. And the Eagles take the 4-2 lead here with 17:40 left in the first half. Carter, guarded by Smith. Gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher gets a screen. Kicks it over to Davey. Davey with a nice screen there. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be an illegal screen on Torrance. And that's going to be the first foul. And the Eagles will get the ball. Parker calling out the play. Guarded by Fletcher. Over to Smith. Gets it over to Powell. Powell gets it to Mills. Back to Powell. Powell thought about a three. He'll pull up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound will go back out to Powell. And he kicks it out to Parker with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Over to Mills. To Smith. Smith tried to dish it inside, couldn't. Back out to Powell off his hands. And it'll be a turnover. And loses the ball out of bounds. Does Green, and it'll go back to the Eagles. A little bit of a little sloppiness there. as Trotter will check in for the Eagles. And Robinson is checked in for the Warriors. Parker, guarded by Fletcher. Over to Trotter. Trotter inside to Mills. Mills looks to drive. Pulls up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Davey. And Davey tried to kick it up, and Parker intercepts. Parker will look to drive. Off the backboard and in. Parker for two. And with 16:20 to go in the first half, the Eagles take the 4-point lead. Fletcher gets it back to Robinson. Robinson inside to Torrance, who kicks it back out to Davey and back out to Fletcher. They'll reset with 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Fletcher for three, and good. Fletcher cuts the deficit to one. Parker gets the play from Coach. Gets it over to Trotter. Trotter in the corner to Powell. Dishes down to Garner. Back up to Powell. Nice ball movement here from the Eagles, trying to work it inside. Trotter, nice move. Goes all the way to the rim. Off the rim, no good. Powell will get the rebound. Up, no good. Out to Mills. Mills with a little jumper. Gets nothing there. And it'll go back to the Warriors, who are pushing the ball up the floor. Goes up. A nice block there by Mills. But they will call goaltending. And Faith Prep will take the lead off the goaltending. As the Warriors will now check in Deonta Bell. With 15:15 left to go here in the first half. Parker calls out the play. Gets it over Trotter, back to Parker. Back to Trotter. Gets it over to Powell. Back over to Parker. Back to Trotter. Trotter for the deep three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded. And three-pointer, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back up to Trotter. Gets down inside to O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn is blocked. And they will call jump ball. Possession arrow pointing towards Faith Prep, and the Warriors will get the ball. Looks like the Eagles are going to press here as Davey looks to inbound. Gets it into Bell. Back to Fletcher. And it's a turnover. 3-on-1 opportunity. And Powell, no good. Ball will go out of bounds and back to the Warriors. The Eagles are having a rough time at the rim right now. 14-27 in the first half. The Eagles will press again. And almost a turnover there. As Bell will get it up to Davey. Back to Bell. Back up to Davey. Fletcher for three again. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Trotter, and Trotter is hurting. As he lets the ball go, he is down and he is hurting as the Warriors will hit the three, and the whistle will be blown for a hurt player. That three made by Robinson, and Trotter is down on the floor. And he will hobble towards the bench as Kylan Hamilton will check in for him. 4-point lead for the Warriors. 14:04 to go here in the first. Eagles have a lot of chances at the rim right now. They're just not finishing. As Parker brings it up over to Abdi. Back to Parker. Over to Hamilton. Abdi will shoot the three. And it's good for Abdi. Great ball movement there, and he gets an open three look. And when Abdi gets hot, watch out. As Davey brings the ball up the floor over to Fletcher. Fletcher over in the corner to Torrance. Nice pass inside, blocked by Parker. And Parker will now bring the ball up the floor quickly. Gets it inside to O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn will go to the rim for the easy bucket. And the Eagles take the lead, 11-10 with 13-15 left to go in the first. Davey guarded by Powell. And gets it inside to Bell. Bell off the backboard, no good. Parker gets it over to Hamilton. And Hamilton will travel as he went a little too quick there. And a turnover. And Elliott Brooks will check in for the Warriors. He'll check in for Fletcher. And now Brooks will bring the ball up the floor. Brooks was looking to pass, and he'll travel as Davey was not paying attention, and Brooks just took the extra step. Hamilton looks to inbound. Gets it into Parker. Parker guarded by Brooks. 12:45 here in the first. Eagles with a 1-point lead. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton with a nice screen from O'Gwyn. He'll shoot. And good for Hamilton, long two. As the Warriors will bring the ball up the floor. Over to Davey. Davey will shoot. Long two, no good. Rebounded by Bell. Kicks it back out to Brooks. Brooks for three. No good. Rebounded by O'Gwyn. He'll kick it up the floor. Powell with the lane. Up and good for Powell. And the Eagles are getting in a nice rhythm here now. Davey over to Bell. Nice trap there. And another steal to Parker, and Powell will go up. And another basket by Powell and a timeout for the Warriors. And we will take it with them. 17-10, 11:51 to go in the first. We will be right back on MCCEagles.com. And we're back. Inbound to Brooks. Brooks get over to Green. Over to Torrance. Back to Green, off his hands. Tries to get it back in, he does. Into Davey. Davey over to Brooks. And he will turn it over off the hands of Hamilton and into the hands of Parker. Another turnover for the Warriors. Abdi will go all the way. No good. Looked like some contact there, no whistle. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. Not a lot of fouls in this one. We've played almost 9 minutes in the contest. There's been one foul. You don't see that a lot here in the MACJC. As Davey will inbound. Gets it into Carter. Carter kicks it all the way back up to Davey. Davey behind to Bell. Bell with a floater, no good. Rebounded by Garner. And Parker will push it back up the floor for the Eagles. Tries to get it inside, and O'Gwyn and Hamilton had a little confusion there. Goes back to the Warriors. Davey will shoot the three, and it's good. And the confusion will cost the Eagles there, as it looked like both Hamilton and O'Gwyn tried to go up for Parker's pass. 17-13, with 10:50 left to go here in the first. Abdi will travel. And another turnover for the Eagles, as Tyrell Fletcher will check back in for the Warriors, and Iverson Smith checking back in for the Eagles. Carter over to Davey. Davey being guarded by Abdi, gets down inside to Torrance. Torrance will go up with the hook. Off the rim, no good. Garner with the rebound, and Iverson Smith will bring it up the floor. Smith will call out the play. Over to O'Gwin. Over to Abdi. Abdi had him inside, couldn't get to him. Garner back to Smith. Smith to Hamilton in the corner for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded down by the Warriors. And now pushing it up the floor. Carter. And travel by Bell, and the ball will go back to the Eagles. Just over 10 minutes here to go in the first. Eagles with a 4-point lead. Iverson Smith bringing the ball up the floor. He'll be met by Kyler Carter. Gets it inside to O'Gwin, and he just has an easy lane and one coming for O'Gwin as they just lost him. He'll be fouled by Torrens, and he will go to the line to shoot the and one. Coming in is Cameron Green. And DeMarcus Torrens will check out for the Warriors. O'Gwin connects. And it is now 20-13 as the Eagles continue to press. Davey looking to get some help. And it is turned over. Kicked up back to Hamilton. Hamilton all the way to the rim. Off the front iron, no good. And Bell looks to push for the Warriors. Bell over to Fletcher. Fletcher all the way to the rim. Kicks it back out to Davey. Davey for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by O'Gwin. 9:26 left to go here in the first. Gets it inside to Garner. Garner kicks it back out to O'Gwin for the jumper. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Garner. He'll go back up for the foul and one. That foul will be on Laquan Davey for the Warriors. And Garner will go to the line to shoot the and one. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Davey. Getting up the floor of the Warriors. Carter, kick it back out to Davey. Davey looks to set it up. Guarded by Abdi. Back over to Carter. Carter to Fletcher. Fletcher looking to drive. He'll go all the way. Partial block right there by O'Gwin, who tries to keep coming down with the rebound. He'll turn it over. And Abdi with a nice help right there. He'll knock it out of bounds. 28 seconds on the shot clock. 8:48 left in the first. Eagles lead 22-13. As Davey will inbound. Oh, the Eagles were trying to sub there. And the ref put the ball in play a little too quick. As Mills is checked back in for the Eagles. Fletcher. Fletcher over to Bell. Bell with the jumper. Bell good for the long two. And Carter will meet Smith. Over to Powell. Back out to Smith, and the Eagles will set up the offense. Smith. We're going to get a hold here. The hold's going to be on Cameron Green of the Warriors. And that'll be the fourth foul committed by the Warriors. Shot clock down to 20. Smith inbounds to Abdi. Abdi back out to Smith. Smith for three. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Powell. Powell over to Abdi. Abdi looks to drive. Powell with the jumper. Off the rim, no good. As Carter pushes it up the floor for the Warriors. Carter out to Fletcher. Fletcher for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Powell. Powell loses it a little. Gets it out to Smith. And the Eagles will slow down. Smith over to Abdi. They're trying to work it inside to Mills. Can't get it in there. Abdi back out to Powell. Over to Garner, back out to Powell. Powell gets stripped. Smith will pick it up for the jumper. Off the rim, no good. It'll be rebounded by Bell, who tries to kick it up the floor, and it's going to be almost intercepted by Smith as he runs it to the bench. The ball will go back to the Warriors. We hope he is okay, as he took a nasty slide into the bench. We're going to get a timeout by the Warriors. 7:29 to go here in the first. The Eagles lead 22-15. We'll be back on MCCEagles.com. Coming out of the Warriors timeout, 7:29 left to go here in the first. Carter will inbound all the way to the rim, and it's going to be knocked away by Powell, as Tyler Williams is now checked in for the Eagles, along with Talvin Dean. Dean with the ball right now. Dean looks to drive, and we're going to get a whistle. And the foul is going to be on Tyler Williams, an offensive foul. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. And that is the first foul on Meridian tonight. And bounce Carter. Carter will push. Carter all the way to the rim. He's blocked by Williams. As Dean kicks it over to Powell. Powell thought about three. He'll drive to the rim. Powell up, and they will call the charge on Powell. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. .7:01 left to go here in the first. The Eagles lead by 7. Davey looks to inbound for the Warriors. Into Fletcher. Fletcher over to Bell. Back to Fletcher. Back to Davey, and they break the press again. Gets it down inside, and we're going to get a foul. They're going to say the foul occurred on the floor, so he will go to the foul is going to be on Brandon Mills, and they will take it out under the basket. Warriors really wanted the and one there, but the foul occurred on the floor. And we now have blood on the floor. And it looks like it's coming from Kyler Carter for the Warriors, as he will head over to the trainer to get it cleaned up. Again, the Eagles come in with a record of 4-4. 0-1 in conference. This is not a conference game. They look to bounce back from a 3-game losing streak here. And are looking pretty good so far with 6:50 to go here in the first. And a 7-point lead against the Warriors from Faith Prep. As they are cleaning up the floor. We would like to remind you that Both the women and men MCC Eagles will be in action Thursday, January 10th at Southwest Mississippi Community College. And they will return back here Monday, January 14th to face Hines Community College. We will bring you that action next Monday right here from Graham Gymnasium as they have cleaned up the floor. And Carter will inbound for the Warriors. As he tries throwing one up to Fletcher, Fletcher comes down with it. Off the backboard and good for Fletcher. Almost a circus shot there. He loses his shoe as well. But great concentration, and he gets the basket. The lead will cut to 5 as Dean will bring the ball up the floor. Defensive chance start from the Warriors bench. Inside to Williams. Williams will travel. As he tried to get to the rim, his back foot slid. And that was an easy call for the ref. As Davey will inbound. Fletcher over to Bell. Bell back to Fletcher. Back to Bell, and they break the press. As Davey will pull out, and he will get it back to Fletcher. Fletcher over to Carter. Carter for 3, and he hits the 3. And we will get a timeout from MCC as the Warriors have cut the lead to 2. 6:11 to go here in the first. We'll be back. MCCEagles.com. (22-20), the Eagles lead with 6:08 to go here in the first. Iverson Smith is checked back in for the Eagles. Over to Powell. Powell tried to get inside to Williams. Williams tried to get it back out to Powell, and he will turn it over. And the ball will go back to the Warriors for a chance to tie or take the lead. Bell takes the inbound, gives it back to Carter. Carter guarded by Smith. Carter looking to drive. He has the ball knocked away, gets it back. And as he goes up for the shot, it'll be a foul on Iverson Smith. That'll be the 4th team foul for the Eagles. And now both teams with 4 fouls. And Kyler Carter will go to the line to shoot 2. As Smith has gone to the trainer's bench to get a little tape. That is our current holdup here. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Live from Graham's Gymnasium, I am Matthew Milner, bringing you tonight's action. As they continue to tape up Iverson Smith. This Faith Prep team has looked good this far. We haven't seen much of them. As Carter will go to the line to shoot 2. And the first is good. And the second one falls, and we have a tie game here at Graham Gymnasium. 22-22, 5:40 to go here in the first. Smith brings the ball up the floor. Guarded heavily by Carter. Tries to get it over to Abdi, does. Abdi over to Mills. Back out to Powell. Kicks it over to Smith. 12 left on the shot clock. Smith will reset the offense. And a little too much defense there from Carter, as he will be called for the foul. And that'll be the 5th foul for the Warriors. The Eagles take it out of bounds, and the shot clock will reset to 20 with 5:19 to go here in the first. Abdi gets it into Powell. Powell inside to Mills. Mills looks to drive. Up, no good. Rebounded by Williams, and Williams will put in the layup. And the Eagles will take the lead once again. Davey into Carter. Carter trapped. And it will go out of bounds off the Warriors. And the ball will go back to the Eagles. Great press right there by the Eagles as they get the ball back. Abdi into Smith. Smith back over to Abdi. Abdi will take the shot. And good! And just like that, the Eagles go back up by 4 with 4:50 to go here in the first. Bell gets up to Davey, knocked away by Williams and out of bounds. The press starting to work here for the Eagles. Some sloppy passes here from the Warriors. Back to Carter, and he's got 5 seconds to get it across. Over to Davey. Davey trying to get it into Carter. Carter guarded heavily by Smith. Back over to Davey. Over to Fletcher. Fletcher looks to drive. Jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Powell. And Powell will bring the ball up the floor. So he gets it over to Abdi. Abdi thought about 3. Gets it inside to Mills instead. Back out to Williams. Williams over to Smith. Smith off his foot and goes to Fletcher. As Fletcher pushes for the Warriors all the way to the rim. And he will be fouled by Abdi. And Fletcher will go to the line to shoot 2. With 4:07 to go here in the first. And Fletcher gets the first. Brooks and Robinson checking in for the Warriors. Fletcher, his second shot, will go. And the Warriors cut the lead to 2. Smith gets the play in from Coach. Over to Williams. Williams to Mills. Back to Smith. Williams coming around, gets it down to him. Williams with a jumper. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Mills. Mills looks to go up. He's fouled and in 1 for Brandon Mills. Mills will go to the line to shoot the and 1. As we have a little confusion here. And now Mills will shoot the and 1. Off the back iron, no good, and tipped back in. I'm not sure if it was by Abdi, but it was tipped back in by somebody. And the Eagles take a 6-point lead. Bell, bring it up all the way. And charge on Bell. And the ball will go back to the Eagles with 3:30 to go here in the first. The Eagles lead 30-24. And Mills will check out as O'Gwyn comes in for the Eagles. And now Smith bringing the ball up the floor. Over to Powell. Powell to Garner. Over to Abdi. Abdi dishing inside to O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn goes up strong and rolls off. No good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell looking to kick it up the floor. A bad pass there. Stolen away by Smith. And Smith will look to push. It looks like kicks out to Powell, and Powell will travel as he tries to step. And another turnover for the Eagles. And Hamilton will check in for Powell for the Eagles. Brooks will dish it into Robinson for the Warriors. Eagles with a little press. Back out to Brooks. Back over to Robinson. Robinson to Fletcher in the corner. Fletcher will drive. He'll get past Abdi, and he will bank it in good. And it's now 30-26 in favor of the Eagles with 2:40 left to go here in the first. Smith over to Abdi. Abdi out to Garner. Back to Smith. Smith for three. Rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Green. Brooks up to Bell. Bell back over to Green. Green, better dribble. He's getting counted down. And gets it back out to Elliott. Elliott Brooks. Over to Robinson. Back to Brooks. Back to Robinson. Kicks it to Fletcher in the corner. Fletcher for three. Gets nothing there but air. And Hamilton comes down with it. Under 2 minutes now to go in the first. Hamilton to O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn into Garner. Garner with the jumper. And good. Eagles lead 32-26 with 1:40 to go here in the first. Fletcher bringing the ball up the court. He's met half court. Nice move there. As he looks for the jumper off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell tries, no good. Bell gets his own rebound. Now Bell will put it in. A few chances there by the Warriors, and they finally cash in. With 1:15 to go here in the first. It's a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Garner. To O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn inside to Garner. Garner looking to go up and good for Garner. And the inside has been good for the Eagles here. Brooks loses the handle. Intercepted by Hamilton, who goes all the way. He'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot two. With 46 seconds to go here in the first. Kylan Hamilton will go to the line to shoot two. And the first is no good. Rattles off the rim. And Davian Carter will check back in for the Warriors. As Zachary Parker will check back in for the Eagles. Hamilton shooting the second. And that one will go. And nobody back here to guard. And nice block there by O'Gwyn. There was nobody back there to guard. O'Gwyn hustles it down. And now a nice pass by Parker into Hamilton. And the basket for the Eagles. A great sequence there. As Parker hustles, steals it. Garner on the floor. He'll pass up to Hamilton. Kicks it back to Smith. Smith up and good. And this place is going crazy right now. What a sequence for the Eagles with 19 to go. Garner steals the pass. And with 15 seconds to go, O'Gwyn looks to get it into Parker. Parker will look to take the last shot here. Parker drives, kicks it, and it's stolen away. Goes up to Carter, and Carter will get the easy basket right before halftime. A nice sequence there by the Eagles. as they take the 39-30 lead into halftime. We'll be back for the second half. You're watching MCCEagles.com. We are back for the second half here. Eagles lead 39-30. It was quite the first half. Eagles started a little cold inside, then they started to warm up as the Warriors have been hot on the outside, hitting quite a few threes. The Eagles will start with the ball. The same starting five out there for both teams. And here we go. Parker. It's over to Powell. And a quick foul here. And this foul is going to be on Cameron Green. Contact underneath. And a quick foul here for the Warriors. Shot clock resets to 20, and Parker will take it out of bounds. Get inside to Garner. Garner better move. He does. Out to Parker. Parker setting up the offense. 10 seconds to go here on the shot clock. Nice move there with the jumper, and Parker scores to open the second half. Some nifty footwork there, and gets the jumper to go. Carter for the Warriors bring the ball up the floor. As Fletcher can't get to it and the ball goes out of bounds, turnover. And it'll go back to the Eagles. So the Warriors with a quick foul and now a turnover on their first possession. 19-18 to go here in the second half. Eagles with an 11-point lead. Parker over to Smith. Smith to Garner. Back to Parker. Parker over to Mills. Mills looking to try and get over to Smith. Smith for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Green. And Carter will bring the ball up the floor. Carter setting up the offense for the Warriors. Over to Fletcher. Fletcher looking to try and get it inside to Torrens. Guarded heavily by Mills. Over to Davey. 10 on the shot clock. Screen. Down inside to Green. Blocked by Mills. Out to Parker, and the Eagles will push. And that's going to be a kickball. The ball will go back to the Eagles. Nice block there by Mills. On the other side. As the Eagles will take it out underneath. Parker looking for somebody to move and get open. Out to Powell. And Powell will turn. Take it out to the front court. Powell with some nice moves. Over to Smith. Smith inside to Brandon Mills. Mills down inside to Garner. Garner trapped there by three Warriors. Over to Parker. Parker drives, and he's going to be fouled on his way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And that'll be the second foul on the Warriors with 18:04 to go here in the second half. Score 41-30. And Zachary Parker going to the line to shoot two. Yeah. This is Zakari. Excuse me, Zakari Parker. And his first one will rattle in. And he'll get the second to go as well. 43-30. It's Fletcher. Inside to Torrens. Torrens up off the backboard and good. And there's the first score for the Warriors here in the second half with 17:50 to go. Eagles with an 11-point lead. Zakari Parker. I'd like to apologize for calling him Zachary all night. Smith inside to Brandon Mills. Mills looks, turns, and just rolls out. Was halfway down and came back out, but Garner gets the rebound. Back out to Parker. Parker inside to Mills. Mills back to Smith. Smith with a nice pass, and Powell wide open for three and sinks it. Great ball movement right there by the Eagles to get a wide open look for Powell. and he sinks the three. Carter over to Fletcher. And Davey will try for three. Davey gets the three to rattle in for the Warriors. And it's back to an 11-point contest. Just under 17 to go here in the second half. Mills, kick it over to Garner. Garner to Parker. Inside to Mills, off his hands. Powell comes up with it. Smith will now drive. Smith stuck inside, out to Powell. Powell for three again. Powell will hit the three again. And he's heating up, ladies and gentlemen. Powell's hit back-to-back threes for the Eagles. Fletcher inside to Torrance. Torrance double team, but he still gets it off the backboard and good. Torrance is a big man inside, ladies and gentlemen. As Parker brings the ball up the floor, 16-15 to go here in the second. Parker with some nice moves. Over to Iverson Smith. Back to Powell. Powell inside to Garner. Garner will go up and he'll get it to go inside. As the Eagles will cross 50. 51-37 with 15:50 to go here in the second. And Parker jumped the pass and out of bounds with 21 to go here in the shot clock. And a host of players being exchanged now from both teams. Hamilton, O'Gwyn, and Abdi will come in for the Eagles. Robinson, Bell come in for the Warriors. Davey trying to get it in. Gets down to Fletcher in the corner. Fletcher for three, and that rattles in. And both teams are scoring now. Back and forth we go. Parker gets it across half court. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton inside to Abdi. Abdi off the backboard and in. And the scoring continues here. And we're going to get Fletcher with a foul as he pushes Parker. And the ball will go back to the Eagles. Little gift there from the Warriors. And let's see if the Eagles can extend their 13-point lead here with 15-19 to go here in the second half. Parker inbounds to O'Gwyn. O'Gwyn goes up. No good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell will get it over to Davey, and Davey will push it up to Fletcher. Fletcher, nice moves there. He'll take it down to Torrance, and Torrance will be fouled by Abdi, and he will go to the line to shoot two. That's the second foul on Abdi. And the first foul on MCC here in the second half. 15:06 to go. And Torrance gets the first to go. DeMarcus Torrance. As the Warriors send everybody out, or send everybody back, excuse me. And Torrance, that one rattles out no good. Rebounded by O'Gwyn. And Parker will slow it down. Over to O'Gwyn. Gwyn to Smith in the corner. Smith back to O'Gwyn. Kicks it out to Hamilton for the three. And off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bell, and Fletcher will push it up the floor for the Warriors. Fletcher guarded by Smith. Kicks it back out to Robinson, who's going to be tripped. And this foul is going to be on Kylan Hamilton. That'll be the second foul on the Eagles. The first on Hamilton. And the Warriors take the ball out under the basket with 14:40 to go here in the second half. And bounce to Torrance. And that's going to be a foul on Parker, and that's just a bad foul right there. Back-to-back fouls on the Eagles. And the Warriors will take it out under the basket once again. And Torrance from the from free throw line. And he will score the jumper. And now a 10-point contest. It looks like Coach trying to get a timeout, and he can't get the ref to pay attention. Coach was trying to call a timeout a few times there, and we're going to get it over and back instead. And now he'll get the timeout. A little late there, but the ball will go back to the Warriors. 53-43, 14-21 to go. Coming out of the Eagles' timeout, it'll be the Warriors' ball. And all the way to the rim to Fletcher. Fletcher up and good. And a nice pass there by Davey. As he gets Fletcher all the way to the rim. Parker and Abdi over to Smith. Smith with the floater. And oh, good. Rebounded by Torrance. And Davey looks to push over to Robinson. Robinson for three. And off the rim, no good. Robinson wants a call there. He will not get it. And Parker will now bring the ball up. Eagles slow down here. Abdi guarded heavily. Double team now. And we're going to get a travel on Abdi. So another turnover by the Eagles here. And that pressure by the Warriors is working. 13:46 to go here in the second half. Again to the rim to Fletcher, and this time, well done by the Eagles as Abdi comes up with it. Abdi all the way coast to coast and falls out no good. Parker tries to get it, falls out of his hands. Now everybody's jumping on the floor. Hamilton gets it over to Garner. Garner to Abdi, wide open three. And no good. Garner with the rebound over Torrance. Garner up and good. And he will go to the free throw line for the and one. And Torrance, a big guy for the Warriors, but a lazy attempt there as Garner just went right by him for the rebound. And now Garner will go to the line to shoot one. Off the iron, no good. Davey pushes it over to Robinson. Robinson with a nice move. Back to Davey. Over to Bell. Bell looks to kick back, shoots. Off the front iron, no good. And the ball will go out on Parker, and it'll stay with the Warriors. The ball went off the rim, so a fresh shot clock here for the Warriors. 13:10 to go in the second. With a 10-point lead by the Eagles, Torrance will look to push, and that is an offensive charge. As Garner took that one like a champ. Torrance just trying to get the body in. And the ball will go back to the Eagles. Cameron Green will check back in for the Warriors. And DeMarcus Torrance will check out. Parker will slowly bring it up the floor. There's a double team. He gets to Abdi. Abdi, oh, and Abdi's going to be blocked by Fletcher, but gets it back. Over to Smith for a wide open three. And off the rim, no good. Bell with the rebound, and Robinson will now push it up the floor. Go over to Fletcher. Fletcher for three. Fletcher buries the three. And Fletcher has been pretty good from beyond the arc tonight. Parker off Abdi's hands. Abdi will still go all the way to the rim and puts it in. Nice recovery there by Abdi. That's Fletcher. Fletcher will go for three again. And again, Fletcher for three. And the Eagles are having a tough time stopping Fletcher. A little fun fact, Fletcher's out here playing with glasses on. You don't see that very often. And Garner to the rim, and he's going to be fouled by Davey. And Garner will go back to the free throw line for two. Hey, you see what players wear the special goggles that they wrap around, but Fletcher's just out here wearing glasses. You don't see that too often. But it seems to be working as he is hitting from beyond the arc tonight. .12:02 to go here in the second half. And Garner going to shoot two from the free throw line. Off the back iron, no good. And the Warriors will check in Elliott Brooks and Cameron Green. As the Warriors have cut this lead down to 6. With Fletcher heating up. Garner for his second. And off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Bell. And Brooks will bring the ball up the floor now for the Warriors. Over to Carter. Carter back to Brooks. Back to Fletcher. And Powell's going to be all over Fletcher with Bell. Bell looking to drive. He'll take it all the way to the basket, and he will be fouled. And that's going to be Abdi. And Bell will go to the line to shoot two. Third foul on Abdi. .11:39 to go here in the second half. As the refs are requesting a towel be brought in as the Warriors are kicking around the floor. Remind you that the men, along with the women, will be back in action Thursday at Southwest. There'll be no broadcast from there, but then we will broadcast next Monday as they take on Hines starting at 5:30. Bell will get the first to rattle in. And the second goes off the front iron, no good, with Garner pulling it down. And now Smith. The lead is 5 with 11:30 to go here in the second half. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton double team, back down to Smith. Out to Abdi. Abdi, oh, nice pass inside of Garner. And Garner puts it up and in. That double team has been working a little bit here for the Warriors, but they lost contain there as Garner got it open, wide open inside. And now Carter, guarded by Smith. Over to Brooks. Screen there. Brooks gets it over to Bell. Bell looking to drive on Garner. We're going to get a carry on Bell, and the ball will go back to the Eagles. Turnover on the Warriors. 59-52 is your score. 10:54 to go here in the second half. Smith over to Hamilton. Hamilton cross court to Powell. Powell for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Fletcher. Fletcher being guarded by Hamilton now. Fletcher Fletcher for three. Little block there, but Bell looked to come down with it, and he loses it as Smith now has it. Smith up the floor. Over to Powell. Powell inside to Garner. Garner kicks it back out to Hamilton. Hamilton for three. Hey, rolls in and out. Grabbed by Green. Green bring it up the floor. Fletcher by himself off the backboard and good. And once again, it's a 5-point lead here for your Eagles as Fletcher is on a tear for the Warriors. Smith guarded by Brooks. Over to Abdi. Back to Powell. Over to Hamilton. Inside to Garner. Garner will look to go up. Off the rim, no good. Garner gets his own rebound and puts it back up and good. .9:30 to go here in the second half. Carter calls out the play. Down to Green. Powell is all over Fletcher, as he should be. Brooks. Brooks looking to drive. Loses control. Abdi comes up with it. And Bell takes it right back from him. Bell goes up. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And that is going to be the fourth foul on Abdi. And he will most certainly go to the bench with 4 fouls with 9:05 to go here in the second half. Bell to the line. He'll get the first to go. Brandon Mills will check in, along with Alex Ogwin. Two big guys for the Eagles. Bell with his second. And rolls in. And 61-56 with 9 minutes to go here in the second half. Gets it over to Parker. Parker gets it knocked away out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Eagles. Hamilton impounds to Parker. Parker with 10 on the shot clock. He'll look to drive all the way to the rim. And Ogwin comes down with it. He goes up and one for Ogwin as he gets it to fall. As the Eagles have been pretty strong on the offensive rebounds tonight with a much smaller Warriors team here. Ogwin cannot get it to fall. Bell comes down with the rebound. Brooks will push. Over to Davey. Davey for three. Davey gets the three to fall. And we are going to get a timeout from the Eagles here. 63-59 with 8:25 to go here in the second half. You're watching MCC Eagles. We'll be back. We are back out of timeout. Parker, bring the ball up the floor. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton down to O'Gwyn. Trying to get it inside. He kicks it across to Parker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Parker's going to have to set up. Parker, look for the jumper. No good. Mills comes down with it, though, and he will put it up and in before the shot clock runs out. And now, Carter, who almost turned it over, will get it back. Over to Davey. Davey for three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Parker. And the Eagles will push. Parker will come back out, run some clock, and set up the play. Over to Smith. In the corner to Hamilton. Out to Mills. Mills gets it down to O'Gwyn. His man falls down, and O'Gwyn puts in the easy layup. 7:15 to go here in the second half. Quick baskets here by the Eagles as Brooks look to try and get it back to Davey. And it's a turnover. Parker will push. 3-on-2. Oh, it just missed him for the alley-oop. Little too strong on the pass. And now Davey will shoot the three. And Davey's good from three. And that little mishap basically just cost you 5 points there. Mills gets it back to Parker. 6:35 to go here in the second half. Smith in the corner gets to Mills. Mills will look to push to the basket. Up and good for Mills. Nice move inside. And it's back to an 8-point lead for the Eagles. Brooks over to Davey. Davey's had a hot hand here these last few drives. Underneath the bell. Nice block there by Mills. And the Eagles will come up with it as Iverson looks a little hobbled. But he will push through it as Parker gets it across. Parker over to Mills. Back to Parker. Parker tried to get it inside. And there will be a foul on Fletcher. And the ball will stay with the Eagles. They will shoot a 1-and-1. They are in the bonus. Hamilton will go to the line for 1-and-1 as Torrance checks back in for the Warriors. And can't get the first to drop. As Carter all the way to the rim. Off the backboard and good. And Parker. Over to O'Gwyn. Backdoor cut by Hamilton, and he'll get it up and in. Great move there. 71-63, 5:20 to go here in the second half. Over to Fletcher, to Torrance. Torrance doesn't look like a ball handler, and he loses it out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Eagles. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the second half. Eagles lead 71-63. Hamilton top the key for three. Off the front iron, no good. And O'Gwyn slaps it back to Mills. Mills with the jumper. Out, no good. Hamilton tries to put it back up, no good. And it'll be a foul. As O'Gwyn goes up to try and get it, he will foul. Plenty of chances there for the Eagles. They just couldn't get it to fall. And the ball will go back to the Warriors. Down 8. Under 5 to go now. Fletcher be met by Powell. Fletcher over to Torrance. Torrance with the jumper, and that's good. The Warriors just keep staying around. O'Gwyn to Mills. Back to Parker. Parker looks to drive, and he will be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2 with 4:12 to go here in the second half. The foul will be on Bell. And Parker gets the first to roll in. And the second falls. Davey. Over to Robinson. Robinson with a nice move. He'll go all the way to the rim. Nice move by Robinson. And he will get the layup to go. We have a warning on Robinson. Hamilton bringing the ball up the floor. There's the double team. And they lost O'Gwyn inside. He'll go up for the slam. That double team hurts him once again as O'Gwyn gets open underneath, slams it down. 75-67 with 3:35 to go. Jumper by Robinson, nothing but air there. And the ball will go back to the Eagles. 3:30 to go here in the second half. The Eagles lead 75-67. Parker over to Powell. Back to Parker. Splits that double team. Nice pass and another slam by O'Gwyn. And that double team just not working now for the Warriors as Fletcher goes all the way to the rim and scores. Couple of slams here by O'Gwyn. The Warriors are now backing off that double team. As Parker loses the handle and he will get helped out by Robinson, who got a little too carried away. And Parker is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Now in the double bonus are the Eagles. 2:52 to go here in the second half. And the first is good. And the second falls out. Rebounded by Torrance as he throws it all the way up to Fletcher. Fletcher all the way. And Fletcher converts again. Fletcher has been a one-man wrecking crew for the Warriors. Double team there's Hamilton will throw it up. And Mills comes down with it but can't score. As the crowd was ready in anticipation there as Davey will shoot the 3. Off the front iron, no good. He'll get his own rebound. Robinson for 3. No good. And Hamilton will come down with the rebound. Ooh, the crowd was in big anticipation there for that alley-oop as it got real quiet. 2:10 to go here in the second half. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Eagles. Back out of timeout. 2:08 to go here in the second half. The Eagles with a 7-point lead and the ball. Hamilton needs to get it in. And he gets it into O'Gwyn. Back out to Hamilton. 10 to go on the shot clock. As Hamilton looks to drive. We're going to get a blocking call on Robinson. And Hamilton will go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:57 to go here in the second half. Gets the first to go. And the second falls as well. Now a 9-point contest here as the Warriors look to push. Bell for 3. Off the iron, no good. And Parker comes down with the rebound. He pushes up. He's got O'Gwyn right there. O'Gwyn up and good. And the Eagles extend the lead with 1:37 to go here in the second half. Fletcher for 3. Looked like it was tipped a little as O'Gwyn comes down with it. And Parker will look to just run some time as the Eagles lead by 11 with 1:22 to go here in the second half. .15 on the shot clock. As Parker just watches the clock wind down. Now looking to push. Powell. Powell for 3. Powell will hit the 3. And extend the lead as we fall under a minute now. Fletcher. And Fletcher will have it blocked. And here comes Powell, 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if they want. Powell all the way to the rim and then tipped in by Hamilton. 45 seconds left to go here in the second half as the Eagles opened it up here in the last 2 minutes. Torrance. Kick it back out to Robinson. Robinson goes up, and that's going to be a charge. And with 28 seconds left, we'll see if the Eagles just run the clock out here. 87-71. The Eagles looking really good tonight. But our hats go off to Tyrell Fletcher for Faith Prep. He was a one-man wrecking crew here. But the Eagles working together. Just let this clock run down. Down to 10 seconds now. And the Eagles are going to get their first win in their last 4 tries here. As the clock hits all 0, final score, Eagles 87, Faith Prep 71. We thank you for watching us at MCCEagles.com. I am Matthew Milner. We will see you next Monday at 5:30 for the women's action. Good night.